Nancy Kidder.
My name's Joe Nagy.
My name is Paulette Benson.
I have 2 children, and I have 3 grandchildren and 2 more on the way.
I have 1 son.
I ride motorcycles, and I'm a black belt in Taekwondo.
I went in Monday morning, and he said to me, I see there's something wrong with your bone marrow biopsy. He said, it looks like you have myelodysplasia. And I said, what is it? And he said, well, he said it's a form of leukemia.
It was one of those cliched things where your doctor tells you better sit down, and you just don't want to hear those words coming out of your doctor's mouth.
Well, the first thing came to my mind was death. That was the first thing. That was the first thought.
And then he went on to say that there's something on the scan, on the CT scan of your head, that does not look good.
I said to him immediately, well, how long do I have to live? And he looked at me and he said, 2 years. And I didn't cry, I didn't do anything.
And immediately after that, he says, you have to call your wife to come and get you. I'm not going to let you drive. And I'm checking you into the hospital, and we're having a meeting with a neurosurgeon at 5 o'clock. And it's the feeling of the bottom dropping out of your life. It's too shocking to be true. You're just rendered speechless at that point.
Well, before my transplant, I had a hard time getting the money because Medicaid didn't want to pay for it.
He was very confident about the fact that he would get the HMO to pay for it, because he had a great deal of success with that in the past.
And CV said, well, we want a $2,000 deposit for each donor. And I said, well, that's not right either. So, of course, we went to the insurance company, and the insurance company denied it. They weren't going to pay it.
I mean, it's sort of a hard and fast edict that we don't pay for anything out of network. And they also consider this protocol experimental. And when they judge something to be experimental, it doesn't matter if it's aspirin for heart attacks.
Oh, it was devastating. I mean, it was, the more we got into it, when he was first denied, I filed an appeal, just calling customer service. And, when you call yourself, it takes, I think they said there was like a 3-month appeal process, and I was just like, 3 months? We don't have 3 months to wait.
He says, one of the representatives for Medicaid said something about that, it's a rule. We just can't break this rule, It's been there. It's been there for years, No one over the age of 21 can be treated for this.
In addition to being a cancer survivor, I'm an attorney, and as an attorney, I feel the thing that we offer most to society is problem solving. Because
the average person doesn't deal with a lawyer, and so you have no idea what the legal issues might be.
So I started thinking, how can lawyers get involved in the issues surrounding cancer? And I said, wait, pro bono, there's a commitment for pro bono. Maybe if we can get the cancer patients to the attorneys that want to do the pro bono, we would have this link, if you will, to a valuable resource.
They know how to work around and get letters sent out that insurance companies read. If I had written that letter myself, I'm sure that I wouldn't have said a lot of the things that the LINC attorneys had told me to say. I would have said it more generally, and they were forceful with what they were saying. And I think that was a way to get the insurance company to sit up and say, wait a minute, we've got somebody that's really wants that appeal.
Every possible scenario was put out before us through LINC, and things that I would have never known or been able to find out on my own. And it was just a godsend. I mean, it was like an angel was sent and took care of a lot of the problems that, I didn't know how to find the answers, and LINC found the answers for us.
Not only do you have to deal with your illness and everything you're going through with that, but you have to go ahead and fight the insurance companies and everybody else, and it all takes a toll on you, and you just don't, at that time, you don't have the strength to play games with people. You want to go home and go to bed.
It was just like a huge weight had been lifted, because you're just in a really deep, dark place, and you don't know where to go. I mean, you don't know who to go to.
Well, I felt kind of lost at first, but then I had a few people come to my mother's home to interview me, like Channel 12 and the Progress Index, and they put it on TV for the public to help me, right? It was $100 started in first, and that $100 stayed in there so long, and I almost kind of like gave up, because that $100 stayed in the bank for a long time when nobody donate, and I felt like a losing. I was going against a losing battle until money started pouring in from everywhere.
The ultimate outcome is Paulette, when she realized that she couldn't have it paid for under Medicaid, we worked to get alternative payments for her. But we also worked the following year in the General Assembly to get legislation passed. And now any woman who has breast cancer and is on Medicaid can have a bone marrow transplant. And it was because of Paulette's story.
I've told people I don't want to be the poster boy for brain tumors. And you know, being a fairly sort of a self-reliant person all my life, it was very, very uncomfortable learning to, I guess, benefit from the kindness of others.
LINC is a nonprofit organization, and all its services are provided through volunteers. So people in the community who have this interest and want to give a hand, literally, to another person can come and join LINC, and we welcome them.
Life is worth a lot more than you ever think. I continue to tell people that if you have a chance to do something, don't ever say, no, I don't want to do that. If your spouse says to you, let's go on a cruise, and you know that you have the time and you know that you have the money, don't say wait until tomorrow. You may not see tomorrow.
What's it worth to see a sunset, or what's it worth to have children and see them grow up? I don't know. Life is worth, you know, life is worth everything.
My cancer experience was a great gift. It gave me the ability to totally enjoy whatever comes into my life in the day it comes in.
If LINC wasn't there to help me, it probably would have taken me a lot longer to get the insurance company and the state to go ahead and cover that cost, or they may never have covered it. And if that was the case, I'd be dead.
Life worth living for me to see my grandbaby grow up to be a nice young man. He's 4 now.
I want to live. I want to be an old fart. And I don't know what that's worth. That's worth everything.